Jonathan Nolan and Lisa Joy sure love their references. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 Easter eggs you missed in Season 1 of Westworld.
How far you want to go is entirely up to you.
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we'll be looking back at Season 1 and pointing out any secrets, references, or Easter eggs you might have missed. Spoilers ahead.
Do it. Come on. Let's go to the next level, Dolores.
Number 10. Ford and Arnold were both killed in the same way as Abraham Lincoln.
These violent delights have violent ends.
Westworld sure does have a penchant for theatrics, as do its characters. We don't think it's fair to compare former US President Abraham Lincoln to Ford, as Ford literally kept robot slaves, but there's no denying that he, as well as Arnold, died in a similar fashion. All three of them were executed by a gunshot to the back of the head, and the place where Lincoln was shot was called Ford's Theater. While Bernard and Ford both saw their deaths coming, it still doesn't detract from the impact of the death or its consequences. Number 9. Hiding in plain sight. While not connected to the 1973 film, the Westworld TV series loves to make subtle references to the original. In this case, it draws from the clever scene in the Westworld movie, when the film's hero, Peter Martin, is being pursued by the gunslinger and pretends to be a damaged host in order to get the drop on his would-be killer. The TV series pays homage to and puts a little fun twist on the moment by having fleeing hosts, Hector and Armistice, hide in plain sight by posing as decommissioned hosts. Number 8. Clever Girl.
They say that great beasts once roamed this world, as big as mountains. Yet all that's left of them is bone and amber.
Westworld isn't afraid of referencing other shows or movies. First up, we have a clever allusion to Jurassic Park. The two properties have quite a lot in common. How many other franchises can you name that involve sci-fi amusement parks gone wrong? In the first Jurassic Park movie, Muldoon is about to kill a raptor. As he lines up his shot, another one pounces on him from the side.
Clever girl.
The same thing happens to Delos security guard Stubbs as he heads through the park. Well, not quite the same thing, as we're dealing with robots here instead of raptors, but you get the idea.
Freeze all motor functions.
Number 7. Delos Incorporated.
If there's anyone who doesn't know what Delos is, well, as we've always said, Delos is the vacation of the future today.
We don't hear much of the shadowy corporation that runs Westworld, other than the fact that it's called Delos Incorporated. Delos Incorporated actually runs 3 parks in the original movie: Westworld, Medieval World, and Rome World. But we only get glimpses of the corporation's name in the show. They're probably going to have a much larger impact in future seasons, where we may get glimpses at other parks, or even how they operate outside of the destination's business.
Contact us today, or see your travel agent. Boy, have we got a vacation for you.
Number 6. William stabs Dolores in the same place Logan did.
Perhaps a more visceral demonstration.
God damn you!
We hate what William has become, and it's sad to remember the man he once was. William cared about Dolores, but the park just wore him down. It hammered into his mind that these were just machines, and they're incapable of feeling real love or compassion. William finds out the hard way, and thus his transformation begins. His pal Logan, on the other hand, accepted this completely, and his ruthlessness to the hosts is apparent when we see him stab Dolores. 30 years later, William stabs her in the same place.
Clearing me of my delusion yet again. Thank you.
Number 5. Alice in Wonderland.
You headed out to set down some of this natural splendor?
Thought I might.
Dolores in Wonderland? Alice in Wonderland? Star Evan Rachel Wood and showrunner Lisa Joy acknowledged that Dolores' costume is a direct reference to Alice in Wonderland. The white and pale blue outfit works as well in the Wild West as it does in Wonderland. The connections don't stop there, however, as Dolores also reads a passage from the book that heavily relates to what Dolores is going through in the story in that moment. Living in Westworld must feel a bit like tumbling down the rabbit hole.
Dear, dear, how queer everything is today. And yesterday things went on just as usual. I wonder if I've been changed in the night.
Does that passage make you think of anything?
Number 4, The Gunslinger.
Your move.
The show did an excellent job at creating a unique storyline and characters that differed from the original movie, while also paying homage to the source material. One of the earliest references to the original Westworld is the Man in Black, who is reminiscent of the Gunslinger, a renegade host who goes on a killing spree in the movie. We actually get a glimpse of a host that looks suspiciously like the Gunslinger later in the show. However, we discover right away that the Man in Black is not a host, and is, in fact, a human. Number 3, hints at other parks.
There's Medieval World, Roman World, and of course, Westworld.
Fans of the original 1973 film know that Westworld isn't the only park owned and operated by Delos, so it was great to see hints at other parks in the show. In one scene, we can see antiques or props that don't quite fit the Western feel. Additionally, we get a good look at assets of another park that involves samurai. Samurai World or Shogun World is what viewers think the park will be called, given the SW logo. Either way, it's safe to say additional parks will become a big part of future seasons. Number 2, The Hand of the King.
I'm a major now. Or a general, or something. And if it took getting beaten and interrogated by a couple psychopathic hosts, well then, c'est la guerre.
Wait, is this Westeros World? Not sure if it has the same ring to it, but it is an entertaining idea. Why else would Logan be wearing a pin that looks so eerily similar to the one worn by the Hand of the King? It's because they're reusing evidence from the other parks. See? The evidence fits. What if the plot of Game of Thrones is actually a work-in-progress storyline or an unopened park? Astute observers will get a chuckle out of this Easter egg that references HBO's other hit show.
You're the King's Hand, Lord Stark. You'll do as I command, or I'll find me a hand who will.
And good luck to him.
Number 1. Maeve leaves her bag on the train.
I got the information you asked me for. The location of your daughter?
In the finale, Maeve intends to leave the park, posing as a human. She boards the departing train, but subsequently leaves to find her daughter, who's still in the park. We notice she was carrying a bag with her, which she leaves on the train. So, what was in the bag? Data? Just personal belongings to blend in with the humans? We know for sure that the gun was in there, but why leave it behind? Was it a continuity error? We doubt it. This is sure to have repercussions in the future.
Welcome to Westworld. Live.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.